What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Cosmic Wonder. I'm your host, Warren, and today we have some big updates about Deadpool 3, Deadpool and Wolverine. We've heard that Deadpool 3 had a script change at one point, and this actually changed where the movie is going to take place in a pretty big way, in a way that I think actually will make the movie considerably better and will make the movie have a lot more cameos. However, some fans might have preferred the older script that they had. But of course, we will dive into it, and we also are going to talk about the Hulk possibly showing up in Deadpool and Wolverine as well. Now, I've already made a video about this stating how this seems to be pretty likely, and Mark Ruffalo has already teased this. He's already said that one storyline he would love to explore with the Hulk is the Hulk versus Wolverine. So some awesome topics to dive into today, but if you're new, please be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the latest MCU news videos. Now, first and foremost, if the talk of a rewrite about the script for Deadpool 3 concerns you, don't be concerned. This is not a bad sign for the movie, as this rewrite I don't believe took place anytime recently. I believe that this was a decision that took place a little bit ago. I believe some time has passed since they made this decision. However, with the reshoots coming, they could be filming a little bit as the result of this decision, but I do not believe that this change is bad. And again, I believe a lot of cameos could come from this decision. Now, first and foremost, what you need to know, in a lot of scenes of the trailer for Deadpool and Wolverine that we actually see Deadpool in the Void. And even at one point in time, we actually see Alioth, the creature that He Who Remains harnessed and used to protect his citadel at the end of time, which existed in the Void. Well, remember at the end of Loki season 2, when we saw Ravonna Renslayer in the Void, we did see some purple lights flashing, which we believed to be Alioth. And since we haven't heard anything about her return, he probably got her. But we do see Alioth in the teaser trailer. And side note, if you are wondering about when the next Deadpool and Wolverine trailer is going to come, the official trailer, not the teaser, but the full one, the account Trailer Track, whose literal account is dedicated to tracking trailers when they're going to release, states that right now, the next trailer for Deadpool and Wolverine is aimed for early May. So right now, a little over a month is all we have to wait to see that next trailer for Deadpool and Wolverine. But going back to this new report about the Void that I mentioned, according to the Insider, can we get some toast? Deadpool and Wolverine will be mostly set in the Void. 70 to 75% of the movie will take place there. An older script had the movie taking place during the original X-Men trilogy. So it appears that they have changed that. Originally, the movie was going to be heavily involved in taking place around and during the original X-Men trilogy, meaning Wolverine and Deadpool would be walking around these old universes where these films took place. And I certainly think that could have been really, really cool. However, I also want Deadpool and Wolverine to definitely be its own film. Yes, I want cameos. Yes, I want the nostalgia, but I don't want that to be all the movie is about. And it doesn't mean that we aren't going to revisit those movies and especially those characters altogether. In fact, we have already seen Pyro show up from the original X-Men movies, and guess where he was in the trailer? He was in the Void. So don't worry, just because most of the movie won't take place in those original X-Men universes, one, it doesn't mean that those characters won't show up in the Void, and two, it still doesn't mean that Deadpool won't go to those universes. He still probably will, but 70% of the movie will take place in the Void. But that just means that 30% of the movie could take place in all of these other universes, could take place in the X-Men universe, the Fantastic Four, the actual MCU, which of course we've already seen Paradox of the TVA show Deadpool. So as far as really the cameos are concerned, how we're going to go and see the original X-Men, the Fantastic Four, and possibly some MCU characters is we're going to go to their universes probably about 20% of the time. Because remember, this movie still very much is a big multiverse movie. They're still going to be traveling the multiverse. They're still going to be seeing other different universes, just like they put on the screen in the TVA. Deadpool will still go to many different universes. That'll probably be 20% of the movie, but at the same time, that 70% that they mentioned will be the characters from that universe going to the Void. And if you think about it, it makes a lot of sense given what the multiverse story is is right now. Remember, things end up at the void because they are remnants of a leftover universe. Well, right now, and especially in Deadpool and Wolverine, we know that incursions are going to start happening pretty frequently. It seems like Deadpool 3 is really going to be the start of the multiverse truly starting to collapse. We already know incursions are happening thanks to Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, but now in Deadpool and Wolverine, it's gonna ramp up. So incursions are going to be happening all over the multiverse, which means universes are going to start dying. But there should be remnants of these universes left over that could end up in the void that don't require pruning to get there, because remember, the TVA isn't really pruning branch timelines right now. The only thing they're really doing is monitoring Kang the Conqueror and his variants. But there could be remnants in the void of these X-Men characters, Fantastic Four characters, etc. from before the TVA switched it up. So these people could have been pruned already to end up in the void, or they could possibly be there due to incursions happening with their universe. So if we have universes like the old X-Men universe being destroyed, whether that's due to the TVA destroying them prior to the TVA's change, or simply due to incursions, universes dying and leaving them in the void, we'll get a lot of cameos this way. We'll get a lot of X-Men characters, Fantastic Four characters, all these characters left over remaining in the void that Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman will come in contact with. In fact, this could very well be how Deadpool and Wolverine meet for the very first time. Deadpool ends up at the void for whatever reason, and then Hugh Jackman's Wolverine is there because his universe got either pruned or destroyed due to an incursion, and that's perhaps how they meet. So still, a lot of cameos are going to go down in the void. We've already seen the one with Pyro in the teaser trailer. Then at the same time, like I mentioned, we still are about 20% of the movie going to travel into different universes, and then about 5% of the movie is probably going to be the old universe that Deadpool used to be in. That may be like 1 or 2% of the movie, since it looks like he's taken from there pretty quickly. And then the rest of it, probably 4%, 3%, could be at the very end where Deadpool ends up in the actual Marvel Cinematic Universe main 616 universe. Because you know they're going to end the movie with him finally being a part of the main timeline. Hopefully, at least. Fingers crossed. Now, like I mentioned, we do have some Hulk news today. Alex Perez from thecosmiccircus.com did a Q&A on the Discord server for the Cosmic Circus, in which Alex was asked about the Hulk possibly appearing in Deadpool and Wolverine, asking if a Hulk vs. Wolverine fight was planned. Now, Alex has already stated that he's not going to drop any spoilers for Deadpool and Wolverine, but he did kind of hint stating this: I'm sure there's a Wolverine variant somewhere out there in the multiverse fighting the Hulk. Whether we'll see it in this movie, who's to say? Now again, he's already stated he is not going to do any massive spoilers for Deadpool and Wolverine, and this certainly would be a massive spoiler. However, like I mentioned, I did a full video breaking down the possibility of this happening, and it does seem like it could happen. Mark Ruffalo has already stated that one of the main storylines he wants to see is Hulk fighting Wolverine. Plus, not to mention, this movie is directed by Sean Levy, the same person who directed The Atom Project, which starred Ryan Reynolds and Mark Ruffalo. And there was even a Deadpool and Hulk Easter egg where we saw stickers of the two of them right next to each other in the film. Plus, not to mention, The Atom Project was happening when development for Deadpool and Wolverine was happening as well. So you know Ryan Reynolds and Mark Ruffalo talked about this because they are both from Marvel. Plus, we know Mark Ruffalo is returning for the Multiverse Saga. In fact, we've already seen him return in She-Hulk. And it would be a huge missed opportunity if they didn't have him in Deadpool and Wolverine in some way, shape, or form, and it would be really, really awesome if he went up against Wolverine. So when Alex says that I'm sure there's the Hulk fighting Wolverine in some universe out there, he is hinting that this could be a possibility for Deadpool and Wolverine. But go ahead and let me know what you think about all of this in the comments down below. Do you like the fact that about 70% of Deadpool and Wolverine might take place in the void? Or would you rather it be different and it exist in a lot of different universes throughout the multiverse? And do you think the Hulk is going to show up in Deadpool 3? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments down below. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date on all the recent Marvel news and rumors. Also, if you subscribe to the channel and leave a comment, you're automatically entered in our giveaway for a chance to win a PS5, an Xbox Series X, or some Marvel Legends items. The winner picks one item and we pick one winner at the end of each month. You can find us on Instagram and Twitter, and we are on Spotify and Apple Podcasts as well. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.